Today we are going to be playing The Suicide of Rachel Foster. I am so excited. Um, just to kind of dive into it, it was suggested by a good friend of mine, so I am excited to get into it and see what it's about. Um, Sorry, I'm just loading the game. It's a little bit of a different time for me to stream today and just an off stream day for me, anyways, but making up for last week for being off on vacation. So once it loads, then we'll jump into it. But I hope everyone's having an amazing day today. It's a little bit of a colder day here where I'm at. Kind of unfortunate, but you know, it is what it is. Where I think this is it. Yep. Alrighty. Switch to gameplay. Oh, I don't know where my thing should be at. Hi, Wild Lobster. Welcome. Yeah, it's your favorite streamer. It's your girl. um, I don't know where the best placement for the camera is. I'm not gonna lie. We're gonna go here so you can see that side of that side of the screen. Do top right. I already did it, you silly goose. Alrighty. I just seen it pop up, so I can't tell if there's a delay, but probably. I tried to mitigate the delay that there was, but I've noticed that there's still a delay. So. Okay. Just had to notify the bestie. Okay. Alrighty, new game. There is a trigger warning about what this game is about, so just be warned. My dear Nicole. Hello, Dusty. How are you? Good. I'm doing good. Uh, hey, Booney girl. Bestie for the restie. Welcome in. Hey, computer guy. Welcome, everybody. We are going to be playing The Suicide of Rachel Foster, so it is a little bit of a more touchier stream today, but I am excited to dive into it. Your hair looks stiff. You done something new? I did, actually. With the lighting being behind me, you can now tell that my hair is more of like a rose gold color. It used to be like brown with blonde highlights, and decided to do something different for fall. And I'm parting it down the center now. So. Yeah, rose gold like an Apple phone. Yeah. Looks nice, very snazzy. Thank you, Dusty. I love that. It looks very snazzy. Who saw computer guy? Who saw computer guy bring up Tekken reference? I would expect nothing less of you. Oh, I did not mean to click that. Alright. Faced with the dragon, one must brandish sword and shield. Sometimes one has to know when to kneel before the dragon. Welcome. Wait, you meant Bunny Dust. Got it. Also Dusty. Yeah. Yes, Bunny Dust. Yes. Alright. You are the daughter every mother dreams of. Beautiful, smart, and fair. We've been through a lot, and I know things haven't always been easy. But remember what Dr. Franklin said after your speech at high school graduation. I've always thought of you as a fighter who, faced with the toughest challenges, is capable of brandishing all the weapons necessary to fight courageously and heroically. We never talked about what happened with your father, but now I need to tell you a few things before this illness separates us. Oh. Excuse me. Please make ways. The affair your father had with that young woman 9 years ago and her ensuing suicide broke our family apart forever. I imagine exactly what was going through your head in that moment. My father no longer exists for me. I can only trust my mother. Yeah, you gotta push them out of the way. They're being rude. They're not letting everybody walk around. That your father had irreparably betrayed our trust, and that she had done the right thing by throwing herself off that cliff. I was there. I've always been there. When you dislocated your shoulder at the first game, when you sobbed at night in a room you didn't recognize, and when you kissed Duncan Forbes under the Christmas mistletoe in 1985, you marched against abortion in your first year at college. Duncan was a good kid, but even if I've never said so before, I immediately thought of you. I thought you wouldn't have a lot to talk about. Talking is the foundation for every relationship. If you don't talk, you drift apart. There is so much to say when you don't have a lot of time to say it. First of all, I'm sorry. First of all, I'm sorry. Oh, here we go. We gotta push these people through. Excuse me. Pardon me. Coming through. If you could, please move to the left and right. Excuse me. Excuse me. I never thought rage was an emotion worthy of a good Christian, but I used it. I used it to endure pain. I don't want you to live your life like I have. My love, I want you to be free from the past, once and for all. That is why I want you to do exactly as I say. Sell our hotel. The hotel is my family's, and you're entitled to it. Go back there, Nicole. I've hired a lawyer in Helena? Miss Mr. Jenkins to give you this letter once your father has passed away. I will already be gone long. Take a quick inspection, sign the papers, and sell those walls that hold nothing but rage. Keep what you need to pay off your university loans and give the rest to the girl's family. Let's end this story once and for all. We've always been there for each other. I wish I could still be there at your graduation, your wedding, my grandchild's birth. But that's it. We don't know how much time we have here. Use yours to love. There's nothing else worth living for, fighting for, or dying for. Believe me, I love you above all else. Love, or your mother, June 24th of 1991. Excuse me? Pardon me? Trying to make my way through here. Excuse me. Is that a butterfly or like a pair of wings? Or a pair of wings, pair of lungs. Oh. Helena National Forest, Montana, U.S., December 1993.
The bad weather crossing Montana is amassing all the characteristics of an atypical storm. The bad turn is proving worse than expected, with above-average winds and snowfall, especially forecast for Helena National Forest Natural Reserve. The National Weather Service warns residents to follow all instructions given by local authorities and to avoid all unnecessary travel. Some concerned meteorologists are comparing it to the storm that hit Billings in 1955, with 42 inches of snow falling over a single night. Are we heading into the mother of all winters in Lewis and Clout County?
I've always wanted to go to Montana. Neither? Oh. Well.
The smell. It's all I remember from the night we departed 10 years ago.
Nice bike. Nice motorcycle. Lots of trash around here.
The attorney said to check the office first. It should be just beyond the Mountain Museum at the end of the stairs to the main floor, if I remember right.
Boiler room. Was it this one? Hello?
Emergency. How can I help you? What's your emergency? Hello? Can you hear me? What's your emergency?
Mr. McGrath, hi, it's Paulie from Century Telephone Company. I'm sorry to bother you, but as I told you last time, the company requires cutting off the telephone service to delinquent customers. I'm really sorry, Leonard, but my hands are tied. Have to go ahead. I'm sorry. Goodbye.
Yeah, Nicole, it's Jenkins, the attorney. The hotel chain that wants to take over your hotel has just dumped a mammoth holy Bible of documents on my desk that I need to check through. I have to personally go to the county land registry office before we meet. Listen, I know you didn't want to go to your father's funeral, but now the hotel is entirely your property. Law requires you to assess its condition before putting it on the market. It's very noble of your mother to want to repay that poor girl's family, Rachel. Not everyone would deprive themselves of such a sum. Anyway, it's up to you now. Get to it, I'll bring you a burger you Portland folks can only dream of. Oh, I left you some notes and a master key on the dining room table of your family's old apartment. Start your rounds from there. Give me a couple of hours. Don't run off, all right?
Yes, sir. To-do list. Mr. Jenkins said he left the management key.
You should have
in the
hired a
master
decent
suit.
attorney from Portland, Mom, not this potato head. Come on, let's do this.
Alright, we're at the office. Master suite. Oh. It's like getting really dark. I feel like I hear somebody walking. It's freaking out. Okay, so I gotta go upstairs and to the right. Okay. Alrighty. Lucky stars. Leonard's cup. I feel like I'm just kind of randomly looking at stuff, but it's whatever. Smoking is bad. Okay. Agreed. Very bad. Terrible. I do love the way the hotel looks, though. It's so snazzy. It's definitely, it's a nice hotel. Like, back in the time frame that this was in, it's definitely a nice hotel. Kind of creepy, no, not gonna lie. Okay. Does it mean Master Suite's down this way? No, I have to keep going. Is there a significant reason why that one I can open and all the other ones I can't? Yeah, this is oh. Is that a cat litter box? Oh my god. Someone needed to flush the toilet. Oh. Huh. Oh, another pack of cigarettes. Oh, different one. Read and holders. That is hilarious. Loving this already. Oh. Nice little razor you got there. Okay. It's a weird little sponge. Nemo. Okay. Oh goodness. String theory. Oh. Someone really enjoyed their cigarettes. There's a lot of books. What were you calculating? Look, I need the key. That's all I wanted. That's all I come here for. Hmm. Oh. Gotcha. Much appreciate that because I would have spent like the entire game looking for them in this room. And they wouldn't have been there. Someone likes hockey? Wait. Huh. Well. Looks like somebody was reading some books that they probably shouldn't have been. Hmm.
Everything's here exactly the same as when me and Mom left 10 years ago. So... doesn't matter. Quick tour, nothing more, Nicole.
Wow. I can hear my heartbeat.
This is the manager's key my mom wouldn't give me
Oh.
when I was little. I'll need a master key for the guest rooms, though.
Interesting. So was I into hockey? Guitar. That killer whale, though. I don't like that it's blocked off. Use that weird phone thingy? In the room or downstairs? Gonna guess downstairs. Oh. This bedroom? Oh. Oh, this thing.
What is this, a joke? Hello?
Can you hear me? Is this Miss McGrath?
Wilson. McGrath was my father's.
This is Helena Federal Emergency Management Agency. My name is Irving Crawford. Mr. Jenkins told me you'd be arriving.
Mr. Jenkins is a very enterprising man.
Oh, I guess so. I wouldn't know.
I'm kidding.
Oh, right.
Any reason for your call, Irving from Federal... whatchamacallit?
I'm calling to assist you during your stay at the hotel.
What?
The Timberline is old but sturdy. You'll enjoy your
I
stay.
know, right?
And be safe, no problem. The furnace, wiring, it's all under control.
Oh, okay, enough.
What?
I don't know what Jenkins told you, but I have zero intention of staying here longer than, let's say, 20 minutes.
Oh. But the storm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm leaving straight away.
Maybe you're not aware that...
Thanks for everything. Irving, right?
Irving. Yeah.
Bye.
I don't want to turn around. Thank you so much for the raid, computer guy. Stating those boundaries already. Yes, setting those boundaries already. Yes. Thank you so much, everyone. If you want to go ahead and check out and give the computer guy some love and some support. Okay, alright, we're fine. One of my cats sat on my keyboard trying to block my screen so rude. They're like, no. Oh wait, I took the phone? Wow, weird. Okay. Do I have to look at everything? I don't like the sounds that this is making.
This place is a real mess. Never thought to find anything like that.
Where am I running to? Dusty, where am I supposed to run to? Are you serious? Wait, am I running towards the danger? I don't like this either. Wait, so I'm going to investigate the noise? Wait, which room? Did I go this way? Okay, so you said this one? Or that one down there?
Hello?
Hey, you still there, Irving?
Huh? Oh, yeah. I'm still here, Miss McGrath. I mean, Miss Wilson.
When you said this shack was sturdy,
Oh, that's what I was trying to tell you before. Around these parts, the weather...
how much time do I have to move?
The snow piles up pretty quick, and some parts over 3,000 feet are already icing over.
I gotta risk it.
You're not thinking of taking the car?
Yeah?
Nicole, listen. If your car breaks down, we can't come get you. Not even with tanks.
Whatever happened to Miss Wilson?
Sorry about that. I just...
Nicole is fine. That said, thanks for everything. Again. Thanks.
Seriously, if you ended up out there with your car gone dead, with 12 inches of snow and 20 degrees below zero, your lungs would collapse in a few minutes.
I
Mummy
remember
Wilson
how
to
things
you.
work in the mountains. Luck doesn't exist.
As a FEMA agent, I have to insist...
You know, you're not the first man
To do what?
to try and stop me.
Hey, wait!
Bye. What can go wrong? I have a 1986 Dodge.
Everything, Nicole. Everything can go wrong. Well. Okay. Wait, is this a way down? Ah, fuck. No. Absolutely not. Software hand. I don't know. Everything. So we're not Rachel. Do we know? Rachel was, I believe,
I
our
won't stay
father's
here a minute
mistress.
more. No way. The attorney, he'll
From
take
what we're
care
getting.
of everything. Fuck all this.
Yeah, we're gonna find out really soon when we die in the car, 'cause it's cold outside. We are, and I quote, getting out of here, guys.
Tell me you changed your mind.
You there?
Oh, yeah, right. It's a direct line.
I can't find my car keys. My fucking car keys, I left them on the seat.
You sure?
Think so? Maybe someone...
No. Listen. This office is about 12 miles from the hotel as the crow flies. It's 40 miles by road. There's nothing or no one in between, and that's not a good thing right now.
Damn it, I knew it.
Oh, maybe the keys are in your pocket.
Wow, that didn't even cross my mind.
Only trying to help.
Yeah, that was kind of bitchy.
No problem.
Yeah, Nicole.
The keys will turn up. The good news is that we have these new cell phones. That's what they call them. Radio doesn't reach out there. I bypassed the signal to create a direct line through a shortwave sequencer. It's like a two-way radio station that's always open.
Oh, this place. I vowed to never come back.
Listen, I might only be a voice, but remember I'm here for you. If you need me, just call. Seriously.
Ugh, fine.
Why would... Now, we know that's not a good idea. Me too. How do I call Irving? Look at issue. Thanks.
Talk to me.
I can't open the garage door. It's a conspiracy, damn it.
This stuff freezes up with the cold.
I have to get out of here. I'm not sure you get it. Look, I left this place 10 years ago. I had no idea I would have to come back here, let alone stay a night.
Nicole, I know your story. Everyone in the valley knows it. Your father, Rachel.
How do I... Oh, there we go.
I haven't heard that name since I left.
I didn't want to be out of line.
Don't mention the past.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah, no to-dos.
Hey, found anything useful?
No. No keys. No garage door. I can't get out of here without freezing. Christ.
It's probably only for a night. The conditions might get better tomorrow.
They might?
Look, I'll be on duty all day. Call me when you want. Even just to talk.
Okay. Oh, thanks, Irving.
Just doing my job. Nicole,
Yeah.
if I may,
What?
I'd like to give you some advice.
It comes with the job.
You're safe up there. Just relax. It'll be fine. Okay. Later.
I don't like how you said that to
I
me.
can't believe it. I'm stuck.
That is very ominous.
Shit.
Why don't we just sleep in the car till... Morning. Huh.
Hello?
You still there?
Is that a joke?
Yeah.
Well, you're improving. What's up?
It's a very
Oh,
strange game.
nothing. I mean, just wanted to say, you got everything you need to have a smooth night. But you should take a look at the main power system. You know, no one's been up there since...
Leonard's death.
5 days might not seem like much, but the Timberline has an age.
I don't know. When I lived here, I was only a kid. I can barely find the bathroom.
Well, that's a good start.
Like, at least I won't wet myself.
No, I didn't mean...
Don't blush, kid. I was just kidding.
Oh, I just...
I'll call if I need you.
She did a funny. Isn't that the main power? I would assume that's the main power, but it's not gonna be because that's too easy. Can we opt to go to bed? No? Okay.
Irving? It's me again, obviously. I could really use a shower.
Sure, you'll just need to turn on the furnace for the hot water.
Oh, my mom never wanted me to go down there, but I loved that place. Full of little spiders.
A real country bumpkin.
I was a pest. Now, I think I even forgot how to get there. I forgot almost everything about this hotel. Funny, right?
People forget what hurts, I think.
Never enough, Irving. Never enough.
Yeah. Well, furnaces are always in the basement. You won't have trouble finding it.
Is there something else I should know, like, to survive?
Well, don't expect a 5-star menu.
Oh, really?
You could survive for months with what's in the pantry.
Let me guess. Canned beans, right?
Bean soup, baked beans, potatoes and beans, bean broth.
Starving suddenly seems like an acceptable option.
Me too, Nicole. A bear. Listen, I'm not running anymore. Even if it says run. I'm just gonna assume if it was meant to get me, it's gonna get me. Wait. Bridge. I have to go through the side door with the garage. Great. Quick calling him.
Irving,
Are you at the furnace?
he's waiting for me. He's down there.
What? Who?
Old farting ghost.
Wait, what did you say? Old farting...
I used to hide down there with hotel guest kids and wait for old farting ghost to come and get us.
Farting... the furnace?
Yeah. When Leonard found out, he almost choked laughing.
Your father laughed about stuff like that?
Yeah. Well, that's long gone.
Well, apparently I'm gonna need that eventually. Wait. Nope, I'm walking towards the wrong room. Oh. Maybe not. Maybe I was going the right way. Am I not in the right area? Was I not supposed to come into the garage? Oh. I done goofed. It was this one! I would assume.
How's it going?
It looks real complicated.
Furnaces are all the same. Can you see the control panel?
I guess?
What does the pressure gauge read?
Huh?
The thing that looks like a clock.
Looks like 220.
Oh.
I don't like the sound of oh.
It should be more like 210 psi. Pressure's building.
You saying I have a choice between freezing or blowing up?
No. Push the green button. It's the starter.
Old farting ghost, you rank spirit! Wake up!
Huh?
Nothing, just talking to an old friend.
Listen, Nicole, I don't like your sense of humor anymore. Freaky!
And here he is, in tip-top shape, I'd say.
You were right. The furnace is haunted. Now you've got hot water.
You have no idea how grateful I am.
Just doing my job.
Okay. Well. Gonna go get me a nice hot shower.
Give me some good news.
Just letting you know that the rooms will heat up before the hallways.
I just want to go to bed.
Did you find a room you feel comfortable in?
Yeah, my old room. It's exactly like I left it. Leonard cleaned it, but he didn't touch a thing.
Same as you left it.
Exactly.
How does that make you feel?
They teach psych classes at FEMA.
Well, just being nice.
It's endearing. But I'm not 16 anymore.
There's lots of other rooms in the hotel.
No, I think I'll sleep just fine.
Okay. Irving Crawford, FEMA.
Hey,
Hey!
listen, I just wanted to say, if I came across as obnoxious,
No problemo. I get it.
almost feels like I'm getting used to being here again. Whatever. Forget it, I'm beat, and I'm rambling.
No, no. From the rumors that went around the valley about when you left the hotel, and all that rush, well,
Right, I forgot. The Wilsonian mythology.
sorta.
Now I'm just gonna chill in my room with posters of my favorite bands, playing my old bass, totally unplugged.
You play the bass?
I suck. I wanted to thank you. Knowing that I'm not alone here is a huge deal.
Yeah, well, thank you for, listening and not freezing to death in your car.
So I owe you my life then. Wow.
It's just...
Your job. I know. Night.
Night.
I'm already here. Do I have to close my door? Do I have to exit my room and come back in? I'm confused. I'm in the master suite. This took me a how last minute to figure out too. Is this my room? Yes. Am I supposed to get a shower first? Is that the thing? No? Okay. No, don't. Nope. Yeah, I don't know what to do. She did say play the bass. We're shutting this. Okay, homegirl. Out here playing the bass. Okay, can you not freak me out like that? Thanks. Much peace.
Morning.
Good morning, Nicole. Get any sleep?
I was wide awake for hours. Then suddenly, darkness. So, any news?
What?
Irving, Nicole, stranded up here. You snoozing?
After a night of incomplete crossword puzzles, I wish I was.
Wait, you didn't sleep? Like, at all?
I thought you might need something, and
But you didn't go home? Because of me?
I'm a workaholic. So, meteorologists are predicting a peak real soon, probably tonight. You can't
Wait a
move, not
minute.
just yet. In theory. What do you want to do?
I'm hungry.
Ah,
I'm gonna eat first, then I'll think about it.
It's time for you to take a tour of the pantry.
Yeah, I need to get something in my stomach or I won't make it out of here alive.
You'll be forever grateful for baked beans.
baked beans are disgusting, not gonna lie. That's just my own personal opinion. Um, aw. Well, that's okay. I appreciate your help so far. I think the game already broke because I can hear myself walking when I touch the keys, but the screen isn't lighting up. Yeah, I don't think my screen's supposed to be blank like this. Can I save? Well, let's see if going back in and hitting continue brings me to life, or if I will have to restart. I don't want to have to restart it. Please. Okay. Okay. Why am I here?
Morning.
Good morning, Nicole.
Oh, I was supposed to be here the entire time.
Get any sleep?
I was wide awake for hours. Then suddenly, darkness. So, any news?
What?
Irving, Nicole, stranded up here. You snoozing?
After a night of incomplete crossword puzzles, I wish I was.
Wait, you didn't sleep? Like, at all?
Thought you might need something, and
But you didn't go home? Because of me?
I'm a workaholic. So, meteorologists are predicting a peak real soon, probably tonight. You can't move, not just yet. In theory. What do you want to do?
I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat first, then I'll think about it.
It's time for you to take a tour of the pantry.
Yeah, I need to get something in my stomach or I won't make it out of here alive.
You'll be forever grateful for baked beans.
I don't know if I want to go out here just yet. And oh. What's a nice trash can? Where do you see a trash can at?
Nicole?
Irving, how long has it been since someone's inspected the pantry?
Inspected? You mean stocked?
I'd just like to know if I should choose between malnutrition and food poisoning.
There'll be tons of things to eat.
Hmm,
Oh, definitely no mice or roaches. Pretty sure about that.
when I was growing up, I used to love chasing mice. Now they're gonna chase me.
You'll see. There's nothing to worry about.
For a while, I hid an ant farm in the closet. I think Leonard suggested it. One morning, my bed was swarming with ants.
Must have freaked out.
My mother did. The ant farm ended up straight in the trash.
Your career as an entomologist nipped in the bud.
Didn't think I still remembered all these little things.
Oh, I had to go to the kitchen. I thought this was going to be a shortcut. Oh, I guess it is. Yeah, not a big fan of that one. Why did it close? Why are all the doors closed? Panic! Okay, am I in the fireplace room? Or am I in... I don't know. All the doors closed. I just walked through a room. And now I'm scared. Is that a ghost orb? DJ! Hey! Long time no see. Yeah, Dusty, I'm not sure what's happening. I don't know where to go. I need to get to the pantry, and I was in the dining room. Okay. So it doesn't just automatically close. Okay. Oh. Did I go through those ones? Oh my gosh, I was already here. Hmm. Oh, so I just had to search around here. Okay. Is it a moldy
Some
pumpkin?
food, but it's moldy.
Weird. Didn't expect that. There's a freezer. Take a look there.
Okay.
Oh, so I'm done inspecting the moldy food. I mean, she could just scrape that moldy food off. Just, yeah. Where's the freezer? Mr. Freezer. I bet it's over here. No. Wait. No, the fridge is back this way. Oh my god, Betty Crocker. Can we not with the doors? Ugh.
Hey, you kidding?
Don't I have a certain amount of time?
Oh, I almost forgot. There might be a problem with the fridge door. Just make sure it doesn't
Are you
close.
fucking with me?
No. Wait, what did I say?
It would have been more useful to know that before I got locked in.
Oh, holy shit, I'm a freaking space cadet.
Yeah, I could have died in there.
Well, that's not cool. Where's the microwave? It's here somewhere. We will find it. Do we need a bowl? A bowl would be useful, but you know, that's what would I know? I'm not a chef. Oh, look, there's the trash cans. Is this a microwave? Don't think you can just put the whole thing in there, but that's cool. Do I just sit here and wait for it? That was a yes. Nasty. I feel like I'm overusing the map instead of just exploring. Throw your trash away, Missy.
Uh-huh.
Sorry to interrupt your continental breakfast. I got a hold of Mr. Jenkins, the attorney.
I'm only taking good news today. Otherwise, let me eat. Up to you.
Thought you'd like to know.
Oh, come on.
He called 911 after just a mile.
I'm just gonna hole up in my room and cry, if that's okay with you.
I can't imagine that. He asked me to give you a message. Here it is. He says to... This is a swear word and you don't need to hear it. Nicole. At this point, start assessing the general conditions of the hotel on your own. Jot down what you want to keep. I recommend you start with the second floor. It's surely the most damaged.
Please, only call me if you've got good news.
What if I don't want to start on the second floor? Fucking freezer. Screw that freezer. Locked me in there. gonna go out the creepy doors that shut behind me. That freaked me out the first time. Bam. See, they just sound terrifying. The most damaged. Oh. Interesting.
There's some serious water stains on the second floor.
That floor is pretty run down. There's some windows missing and water damage, too.
Yeah.
Is that all you wanted to say to him? Makes sense, makes sense. That's a nice shower curtain. Let's write that down. I want that. Oof.
Here I am. What's up?
The hallway on the second floor is cut off. The door to the west wing is locked.
Your father started renovations, but he didn't get the bank loan and had to stop.
Leonard's attic is at the end of the hallway. His man cave.
Does that mean something to you?
I tried so hard to forget about that room for years.
Anyway, the west wing is pretty run down after all this time with no windows. Hello? You there?
You always have an answer to everything.
What do you mean?
I've joked about it, but it's not funny anymore.
I don't understand, Nicole.
You know how to turn on the furnace. You know where to find food, and that the fridge door is busted. You know my family's story and the hotels.
It's up to FEMA to deliver the supplies to isolated places like the Timberline. I've been up there with the truck every month since I've been on duty. Is something wrong?
How should I have known that, huh?
I don't know. I don't know what you know and what you don't know. What difference does it make?
None.
I'm sorry if I upset you.
No one can upset me. I better keep doing the inspection.
I don't like... Oh, and bust a window.
Yeah. Hello? Who is this? Who the hell are you?
Rachel is still there. Don't sell the hotel.
Is this a joke? Who is this?
Don't do anything stupid.
What, you think you can call my house and threaten me? Come tell me to my face, asshole!
Hmm. Wait, I thought she threw. Okay.
You pissed at me?
I don't have time to rehash my past with you. I've got a different problem. Someone just called the hotel.
What? Who?
It was a bad connection.
What did they want?
They said, Rachel is alive. Don't sell the hotel.
Idiot.
There's something else that doesn't make sense. The phone lines are down. Leonard stopped paying the bill months ago.
I'll ask someone to run a check.
Didn't know FEMA had FBI authority.
Around these parts, time passes in a different way. Some stories seem like they've been forgotten, but actually they just sink down.
Sink down?
Like tea leaves in a cup.
I think I get it, almost.
That girl's death. Rachel. It was the result of painful events, and now it's someone's obsession.
You talking about anyone in particular?
Well, her death ruined two families that everyone looked up to. Yours and Rachel's. Your father, McGrath, the genius astrophysicist, and Rachel's father, the upstanding Reverend Foster, known all over the county. Not something easy to forget around here.
You know what I think? They can go get fucked, every one of them. I know what we went through. No one else. Fuck them.
Whoa. Nicole. We're gonna have to have a little words here about sympathy. I know, right? Watch your potty mouth. And what do you mean day 3?
Hey, cutie pie.
Daddy?
Nicole, it's Irving.
Oh. Sorry. I must have fallen asleep.
It's definitely
slept like that since I
interesting.
was
It's
a
a
kid.
little spooky, a little
You
creepy,
had a
but I
tough
definitely
day
like it.
yesterday.
I think I had a dream.
About?
We'll say my dad.
Leonard. Maybe.
Okay, I need you to pay attention, though.
Should I worry?
The storm brought down some power lines. There are blackouts all over.
Oh, I wonder why that doesn't surprise me.
The electricity generator could go bust. I don't like the idea of you up there on your own in the dark. We need to do something.
My electrical know-how is slightly limited.
It's okay. I can guide you to the emergency generator. If we activate it, you'll be self-sufficient.
Too easy. Where's the hitch?
There are two ways of getting to the circuit breaker. Straight through the garage's side door, or from the floor you're on.
I think he
But
would like to play the game.
The garage
called
side door is
Firewatch.
stuck. You'll have to pass through the crawl space along the entire building and climb down from your floor. If the power goes out, you'll be completely in the dark.
All right. What do I have to do?
Check the closet in your father's apartment and see if you left anything you can use for lighting.
Oh, on my way.
we're already here. Weren't there candles? But I think you would like to play a game called Firewatch. You would like that. I'll have to take a look into it. I definitely love story games like this.
Any news?
I found a Polaroid.
Family photo? Anything important?
No, I mean a camera. Looks like it works.
You want to take a photo of the generator?
No, you moron. I was thinking of using the flash for lighting.
Oh, smart. You can try.
Wonder who this belonged to. Leonard, maybe?
Some client probably left it. Can't imagine what people leave in hotels.
Oh, I could tell you about the rubber friend that Mr. Rochford's widow left here in '82. Mayor Linden's kids and I used it as a miniature Indian totem pole for the whole summer. It was a huge scandal.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh, yep.
Anyway, the Polaroid's better than nothing. The light from the flash could come in handy.
Oh, look at that! I thought I lost you that time the Thompson girl came to play. Leonard must have found you someplace. Oh, he's missing. Well, maybe better that way.
News?
I'm not surprised the academic world distanced itself from Leonard.
Why'd you say that?
Magic in the stars, life beyond life, the physics of the impossible?
You heard of them?
No, but stars are stars. When you die, you're dead. And if it's physically proven, then it can't be impossible.
Don't get offended, but I didn't understand a thing.
I understand that things can be proven. That's how I was raised. By Leonard, I mean. He was a man of science. And science has a method.
Oh, maybe he was searching for a new point of view.
Yeah, sure. Tell that to the treatment of quantum conscience that he never finished writing.
I catch your drift.
Listen, if I have to do the rest of this in the dark, I'm gonna freak out. You mean to tell me there was soup in the room the entire time? And we had to go into the crappy little freezer? I'm freaking out right now. Me too, man. Me too. Like, this is spooky. Why can't we use this for light? Look at all these cans of soup. Can't she call a friend? I don't know, honestly. I think the phone lines are down. I would have just left the hotel to rot. I'd have been like, you know what? Screw this. Screw Leonard. Screw everything. I'm not coming into this freaking hotel. Absolutely not. I don't know if Bunny's there.
I can still hear that guy telling me Rachel's alive.
If he calls back, go into special protocol mode.
Which is?
Trying to sell him a vacuum cleaner.
I don't even want to touch that doorway yet. I have a feeling as soon as I do, the lights are gonna go out. And it's gonna be a 0 out of 10 for me. I should have watched someone play it before I played it. I shouldn't have went into this blind. Knowledge is power. And I don't have much power or knowledge in this situation. Okay. I don't know about that, Hinata. I don't know. I feel like I like knowing. So I'm not so spooked about, you know, everything that's about ready to happen. Because we about to play in the... Oh my god. Is that a fruit lamp? I know someone who would probably love that. Alright, let's do it. Okay, okay. Oh, am I already playing in the dark? Gotcha, I'm already playing in the dark. Where am I going? Or is it I must enter the cross space in the first floor staff area? Oh, I just went down the freaking steps. Where's the staff area? Oh, didn't mean that. So I have to go back upstairs and look for a staff area? Why do I have a feeling it's down this way?
Hey. Okay, almost there. I think the lights are getting worse.
You need to move fast. On the same floor of your apartment, in the staff area, there's a small storeroom. Your father asked us several times to fix the lock. Fingers crossed, it's still broken. That's where the access to the crawl space is.
What a professional tone.
Yeah, I use it when I want to make a good impression.
You're the only human being I can interact with while I'm hostage here. Whatever you say will impress me. What happens when I get to the closet?
You'll have to go down to the breaker box and switch it on.
Alright. Doesn't sound like rocket science.
Hurry up, please.
You suck at reassuring people.
Okay. Boy. Not a fan. Not a fan indeed. Ugh. I have to prepare myself. I am like, it's weird. Some spoopy games, like, I'm really cool with, like Phasmophobia. Like, I'm cool with that. Like, I play that all the time. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Like, it's weird. But, that one's just easier. Like, I don't want to say it's predictable because it's not, but like, you have set tasks and you know what you have to do to find the information. So I'm okay with playing that game. Whereas this one, it's more like you have to figure out what you're doing with the sense of spoopy and like, yeah. It's like a half and half here. Let me. I don't know. I guess it's 10 minutes to 8:30. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna get scared and we're just gonna go through with things. But I do forget where I was supposed to go. Was I supposed to go up here? Was this the staff area? I don't remember. See, my problem is I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Like, am I going too far? Did I not go far enough? My heart was telling me to quit the game. Does that say staff room? Ah, staff only. Okay, that's cool.
I found the crawl space, and also a dynamo flashlight.
Know how to use it?
I think I just have to push the lever continuously.
Is everything okay?
I don't remember the crawl space to be so narrow when the technicians went inside.
Maybe you gained weight.
It's called growing up, idiot.
Oh, didn't mean that. Bah.
Shit.
What's wrong?
I am totally in the dark. I'd appreciate some help.
Okay, stay calm. Can you see the bundle of cables above your head? Anyway, there should be some cables along the...
Yeah, I know what a bundle is.
Okay, easy does it. All you need to do is follow them and you'll get to the generator room. Don't go any other way, otherwise, who knows where you'll end up.
Perfect. I got the flashlight, sorta. I got my breadcrumb trail, more like my cable trail, whatever. I can do it.
All right, yeah, easy.
Does it?
Am I supposed to just willy-nilly just go for it?
What's up?
Hi. I want to ask you something.
Okay, go ahead.
How long has the hotel been closed?
About 4 years. Yeah, from 89.
I mean, did anyone think about doing a thorough clean of the basement?
Don't know, probably pretty rushed. Why?
I found something.
Another Polaroid?
A lipstick.
Huh.
What's a lipstick doing here?
It's a lipstick?
You don't get it. It looks really old. I remember this brand. The girls at school used it. Weird.
What?
It didn't dry out. I could even use it now. It's perfect.
I'm afraid I don't get it.
Irving, this brand doesn't exist anymore. It's been, I don't know, 9 or 10 years. Strange someone should wait 10 years to open a lipstick just to use it, don't you think?
Why are you telling me this, Nicole? You want to get pretty there with the generator?
Cut the crap. A lipstick here is totally out of place.
Nicole, it's just another one of those things customers forget.
Well, yeah. You're probably right.
It's best if we believe him. Otherwise... Okay, just gonna end like that? Don't know if I like that.
Boarding is ordered, sir.
You awake?
Sorta. You forget your coffee?
For once, I don't need it. I gotta talk to you about something.
Okay. Here I am.
You didn't tell me you knew Leonard.
I thought we'd been through that.
Let me finish. I spent the night going through his stuff, and I want to know what you think.
About what?
You obviously know more about this place than I do. About what went on here, since I left at least.
mean, you went through his stuff. What are you looking for?
Someone calls me and says Rachel is alive. Then a lipstick appears out of nowhere. It feels like something weird's going on.
Rachel is dead.
I really don't know what to think. It's just that...
Look, the storm is dying down. You'll be able to leave soon and go back to your life. And you can forget about the whole thing. Did 10 years ago. What do you care about this old business? It's not worth losing sleep over just to play detective.
Look at it this way. I've always had a secret passion for Sherlock Holmes.
Okay, let me hear what you're thinking.
If there's one thing Leonard taught me, it's that you've got to listen to what's buzzing in your head. First, it might just be a confusing noise, but if you connect the dots, then it starts making sense. And right now, I've got a beehive in my head.
All right, let's go hunt some bees then.
It shocked the entire building's heart, the principal told us today. It felt like a huge weight heavy on our souls. We're in a tight-knit community, and after this tragedy hit, everyone was struck pretty hard. We just want everyone to know that you're not alone and you can always find a family in the Helena High School. Oh, she was a high school student?
In this article from a couple years back, there's a statement by some girl who affirms she saw Rachel in a hallway at the Timberline.
Who's this girl?
A classmate, Glenda Ferguson. I tore out the page. I think the magazine was MT Woman.
Nicole. That's a gossip magazine. They would sell their mother, even their cousins and nephews, just for a bunch of new readers.
I know it's not a very reliable source.
Rachel fell 90 feet into a void. She can't be alive.
I thought I was the skeptical one here. So, listen to this. Graphologists doubt the authenticity of the suicide note left by the girl.
Who said that?
An investigative journalist. The article came out a year after her death.
You think it's a setup?
Perhaps.
Okay, I'll hear you out.
Oh. She was pregnant? Rachel was 9 weeks pregnant, Doc Brown confirmed to the Daily. She wasn't engaged with anyone, and Pastor Foster affirmed that he did not notice any strange behaviors in Rachel. There's nothing more to say, the MD added.
I found a copy of the local paper, dated December 29th, 1981, the day that the body was discovered. According to the forensics report, Rachel had been dead for days. She was 9 weeks pregnant.
Yeah, that was the official version.
Interesting.
You know, I can't stop thinking about Rachel's father.
Reverend Foster. A very strict man. Harsh. Even for pastor standards.
He and Leonard spent hours debating the nature of reality, the universe, and God.
Well, opposites often attract.
Do you ever see him?
Rarely. He gives a service once in a while.
Priests always made me nervous. Them and their invisible boss.
His daughter's death destroyed his ego. His faith made him even more cynical and lonely than he already was.
I can remember him demanding total perfection from Rachel. That was insane.
You don't think he could have harmed his daughter?
Hey, no. But even Reverend Foster is a player we shouldn't underestimate in this story. Saying.
Right.
The book.
Remember the lipstick I found downstairs?
Yep, you made a big deal about it.
It doesn't smell.
Should it?
After they've been open for a while, lipsticks smell really bad.
Maybe there's been other women. I mean...
Yeah, sure. Leonard ruined his life over a 16-year-old, became a recluse, lost everything, and in the meantime, he supposedly had another lover, maybe even 2.
Could the cold have preserved it?
Possibly.
Anything else?
So intriguing.
Hey, I found a book in Leonard's things. It's a collection of poetry, but it's got notes written in it.
Did your father write them? What do they say?
Dates, notes, thoughts. Listen to this. Today I saw Rachel. Or Rachel is sad. Or Rachel says she feels alone.
Kept a diary about her.
But the book was printed 8 years after Rachel's death.
Do you mean it's like he was talking with Rachel after she died?
As if he saw her.
Well, I mean, there must be an explanation.
Of course, there's an explanation for everything, and we've got to find it.
Okay,
It's a
I'd
ghost.
say that's enough.
Yeah, that's enough for tonight. Today, or what the hell time is it?
You think there's a lot to dig up in this old story?
Maybe, maybe not. Until I know exactly what happened. Any objections?
You don't need my approval.
Good job. Getting the hang of it.
But sometimes it's better to leave the skeletons in the closet. Once they come out, you never know what they'll have to say.
It's a risk I already considered. I can handle it.
Hard-headed like your father. Trust me, at least on this one thing. Go to bed. You need it.
Agent Crawford, this bit of advice. I'll follow it to the T.
Do I have to go to bed now? Well, that's fine. I wanted to walk to bed, but it's whatever.
Hey, cutie pie. How are you?
Daddy? Daddy, is that you? Where are you? I can't see you.
You came back in the end. It's like the inescapability of a celestial body's revolution. We can't help but follow certain stars' brightness, even if those stars have died millions of years ago.
Is it you? For real? Are you real?
Their light is alive, and it reaches us. And those stars are alive and dead at the same time.
What are you trying to say? I don't understand. I can't see you, Daddy.
Listen, sweet pea. My sweetheart. Listen to my voice. It's important.
Can't see you. Where are you? Where are you?
You know how much I love you.
I know, Daddy. I've always known it. I love you too. Say it again, please.
I love you. I love you. Rachel, 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 Rachel.
More like day 6, baby. Let's go.
Morning.
Am I interrupting?
I was eating steak and potatoes, cheesecake, strawberry shake, and a frothy cappuccino, Italian style.
So the usual frozen beans.
Sharp as a tack, as always, Agent.
I did find something. Some tapes that were found in the main office. In truth, I shouldn't even have taken them.
Oh, so what'd you find, Billy the Kid?
Well, I don't think it's anything useful.
Wait, where did I put them?
What?
The pliers, so I can pry the words out of your mouth.
Oh, sure. Okay. It's VHS of the behind the scenes of a TV broadcast, but it's all bullshit just to attract an audience. Trust me that...
Jesus, you can be really long-winded.
Yeah, you're right. Sorry. They're tapes about haunted hotels, weird and mysterious stories, stuff kids like, with these guys who call themselves ghost hunters.
Ghost hunters? Did they hear about the old farting ghost?
I'm not sure, but they went on a tour of old buildings in the county, and they stopped by the Timberline, too.
Whatever, let me hear it.
Okay, but I'm warning you, it's kind of... Well, listen for yourself.
Okay, the lights look good. How about the headphones?
No, there's like a buzzing noise. Listen.
Yeah, true. Well, the German ones were better.
We are about to enter a nightmare hotel. A place full of deceit and secrecy where terrible lies were played out. Nah, I didn't like that. I'll do it again later. Oh, the room with the fireplace isn't bad.
Okay.
Spare me the kitchen. I wouldn't know what the hell to say.
Fireplace okay, kitchen no. Dan, where'd you leave all the gear? Room 1. I stuck a piece of tape on the door. I didn't get that. What room? I got a buzz in the headset. Damn microphones. 117.
Danny, what's that stuff in camera? It's giving off a glare and burns out the frame. I told you no tricks.
What tricks? I didn't use anything.
Stop fucking around, Danny.
I told you I didn't rig anything. I saw it too. It's a mirror, isn't it?
Huh?
It looked like the reflection on a mirror.
What'd you smoke this morning?
What the fuck are you two up to? Cut the crap. You're freaking me out. Holy shit, there it is. There it is.
Where?
I saw it. It's just up there. It's like a light, like a door that opens. I swear.
Dad! Stop touching me or you'll give me a heart attack.
What are you talking about? I'm like over here.
Fuck, I felt someone touch me. Are you kidding?
That's it?
Yep, the tape's damaged. Too damp.
Well, I'd say fucking typical.
How ladylike.
What happened in the end with the TV show?
Never aired. Some say they ran off, ditching everything there.
Yeah, but they mention a room on the tape. I'd like to take a look.
It's, 117, I think.
117, yeah. Same floor as my apartment.
Ahem. Well, better get to it. Hi. Hi, Bonnie. Thanks for stopping in and saying hello. We're playing a spoopy game. Oh, oh no. Actually, I think I remember what room it was. 111, 117.
Hey.
I found the room.
But
But someone barricaded it with an L bracket.
do what they do in movies. Bust through the door with your shoulder.
Real funny. I need a screwdriver. I think I saw one around somewhere, but I don't remember where.
Flamingos are definitely way
Probably
cooler.
in the basement.
Seems to me I've seen one in the garage. Or was it the generator room? I'll let you know.
Of course, always have to go down to that dang plastic garage. It's freaking me out. Nice deer. Couldn't be in that toolbox. No.
Hey, found the screwdriver?
No. I keep thinking about those guys, the ghost hunters. You sure it was an act? It sounded so natural.
Awesome actors, I'll give them that.
I can't stand the idea that my family problems might end up on cable or some tourist guide.
Fortunately, it seems that won't happen. They hightailed it out of there. God only knows why.
Don't tell me you believe in ghosts or some bullshit like that.
Well, I'm not superstitious, but if someone believes that a black cat is bad luck, then you also have to believe that something else is good luck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
Prayer, for example.
You're saying prayer brings good luck? I doubt Reverend Foster would agree.
The screwdriver.
I'm out of here.
screwdriver to open the bracket. I can put it maybe in the basement. I am on chapter 6, or like day 6. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't look much into it before I started playing. I don't know how many days there are. It's just kind of a take it as we go kind of thing. Of course, there wouldn't be a screwdriver. No, that would be just too easy, huh? Okay. Okay. The generator room. It was in the generator room. But I think I can get to that from the garage now. Yeah. Yes. We're gonna unhinge this door. And that's when all the bad juju's gonna come out. What if I try to join next stream? Oh, well, thanks so much for stopping in and just hanging out for a little bit. I really appreciate it. And I'll definitely look forward to seeing you on the next one.
How much do you know about those TV shows? The ones about haunted houses?
I know they're popular. A lot of tourism revolves around them.
Did the whole Rachel story really bring them here?
Everyone in town knew about her suicide. Had a bit of gossip.
So sad to see the place you grew up in go downhill.
I know. So sorry. Believe me.
Is that a pee bottle? How dare you? There are bathrooms in this place. They even left their glasses. This is interesting. Are they going to catch her on camera? Don't, Rachel. Don't you dare. Hmm. Truth is, she didn't die by suicide. He killed her. I don't want to do this.
Hey!
For fuck's sake, Irving!
Oh, what did I do?
You gave me a heart attack.
Sorry. I'll warn you with a carrier pigeon next time.
What?
I'm just curious to know what you found in that room.
You should be. You're never gonna believe it.
Why are we on day 7? How many days are there? I didn't look that up. I failed as a streamer.
Here I am.
You still there?
Where else should I be?
Home?
I wouldn't miss Nicole's amazing adventures in the remote mountains for anything.
Irving, don't tell me you're staying on just for me. Go! I promise not to get into any trouble for the rest of the night.
I already told you. I'm sticking around till you get closure.
Thanks. You always do that?
Do what?
Worry about every desperate stranger that knocks on your door.
You're no stranger.
But I don't get it.
You've been a part of this place since you were born. You belong here.
Well, I thought I left all this behind. Maybe I still have a ways to go. Be free?
You're making progress. 2 days ago, you would have skinned me alive if I'd called you a country bumpkin.
What tells you I'm not sharpening my knives this very minute?
It's good we're just talking on the phone, then.
Listen, is this contraption really a phone? It feels like a walkie-talkie slash defibrillator.
It's a real phone, and trust me, in a few years, everybody'll have one.
You think? It's easier for me to believe in ghosts than to imagine people being hounded by a phone when they're out and about.
I'm grateful for it. I wouldn't have met you without it.
We're gonna be nice.
Well, I'm glad you're here. Yep, I probably would never have said that either 2 days ago.
Maybe, once this whole thing is over, we could,
We?
me, you, us?
Hey, baby.
We'll see. It's sure gonna feel weird not to talk to you at least once a day.
Oh, hold on a sec. Don't go anywhere, okay?
Huh? Oh, okay.
You have a good night too, Miss Flattery. Merry Christmas.
Good night, hon!
Here I am.
To be honest, I never thought I'd spend Christmas like this. Sorry, I was going off on another flashback about the life of Nicole Wilson.
Christmas Eve is the right time to reminisce.
Yeah,
Yeah, I get it too.
yeah. That's what there was, in the end. There was like a strange kind of warmth. Then it all ended. Christmas of '80. Me and my mom were at my aunt's house in Billings, and Leonard was here on his own. While I was pretending that I liked my aunt's sweater, he and she were...
Nicole.
They...
Hey.
And a year later, she killed herself. And what she was carrying, too.
Don't be like that.
There you have it. These are my memories, and, Hey, did you hear that?
No? What are you talking about?
Like a clinking.
No. I don't hear anything.
Sorry, I want to check.
Okay.
Where am I supposed to be checking exactly?
Leonard's relatives are pissed with me because I didn't go to his funeral.
Well, everyone reacts differently to pain, I guess.
Shit. What had become of you, Leonard? This place is a drugstore.
For what it's worth, he always seemed clear-headed to me. And sad.
Well, Irving, honey, maybe now we know why he thought he was talking to Rachel.
I don't. I don't know. Well, the twinkling stopped.
Are there any matches scheduled for the local team?
I'm afraid there is no local team.
I remember they were talking about starting a Helena hockey team 10 years ago.
No team. Since when are you interested in hockey?
Well, I played hockey when I lived here.
Wow. Even start playing again?
Doubt it. Actually, my old stick should be around here somewhere.
I think I might have
Take
messed
that
it up.
back. I didn't see it in my room.
I don't know what to do. Hold on, let me see something real quick. There's only 2 more days left, so might as well.
I wanted to tell you something.
Not now. I heard a sound. Something familiar.
Listen, I've had this in my head for a while. I don't know. I seem to sense a sort of chemistry.
Are you trying to tell me something, Irving? Something embarrassing, maybe?
I can understand that you can't stand the side of the timberline, not even on a postcard, but for me, this is important. It's given me the chance
You've
to
been
meet...
a lot of help, and I'm happy you're here, but right now I need to figure this out. Sorry.
But somehow, it would be nice if, after this whole thing, we could meet in person, have a drink. I mean, if I'm going too fast, just say no, so probably...
Irving!
I know it's ridiculous to ask out someone you've never even seen, but people get close in lots of ways.
Please! Shh, a sec.
Okay, maybe I crossed the line. Sorry, I'm a klutz sometimes, and...
Irving, please, shut the fuck up! Thanks. Listen, we'll get back to this. But now, just give me time to figure out where the sound is coming from. I'll call you back.
Sure. Sorry.
Irving, you hear me? Ugh, for fuck's sake.
I don't want to do it.
Hey, sorry I didn't answer. I was, busy.
Oh, no problem. It's fine.
What'd you want to tell me?
It's this microphone. Sometimes it captures sounds.
What sounds?
Whispers.
Could be a draft in the crawl spaces. Hotel's full of them.
Yeah, sure. Sorry. Didn't mean to worry you.
Heads up, and if you sense trouble, just let me know.
Big boof. It's definitely coming from in there. Yeah, in there. Where does this take me? Oh. I'm back down here again? Well, now I'm confused. Hold on. Okay. What's today? Day 7? Okay. I just want to know where to go. I'm stuck. Sorry, guys. I just want to know where to go. I need more direction. Well. I may have watched it until the end. Well, not the end, but like the end of this day, so I know where to go. Broken. Oh, wait. Yeah, down this way.
Nikki?
I remembered.
What?
This sound I keep hearing.
Did you figure out where it's coming from?
Yes! I mean, no, maybe. But I remember why it sounds familiar. The chandeliers.
What chandeliers?
The ones in the ballroom.
Nicole, I don't follow. I'm probably stung from before.
Stop thinking about before and listen to me.
I'm listening.
When I was little, I could sit for hours and watch them set up the parties in the ballroom.
Uh-huh.
To me, those chandeliers were like a flying merry-go-round.
What does all this have to do with the sound you heard?
Every time the window behind the bar was opened, the decorations would clink. That's the sound I heard. Those old chandeliers moving in the breeze.
But the chandeliers in the ballroom were taken down 2 or 3 years ago.
I'm not crazy.
But what you're saying is impossible.
I'm sure. And no, I don't understand, but whatever made that sound is around here somewhere.
You're worrying me.
I just need to think. Listen.
Okay. Keep me posted. Please. Found anything?
I can't hear that sound anymore.
It's easy to freak out when you're on your own up there.
Maybe you're right. Who knows, but it seemed so similar to how I remember it.
Hey, don't think about it anymore. If it comes back, we'll try and figure it out.
You know, for a second it was nice to imagine that the past could come back like that. We always had a party on December 23rd. Maybe you heard about it? Pretty well known in the county.
Sounds amazing.
You should have seen the ballroom back then.
I can almost picture it.
The last time Rachel's family was there, Reverend Foster wasn't as sullen as usual.
And your parents?
My mother had eyes only for Leonard. And he saw he wouldn't stop staring at that girl.
Rachel.
She talked and moved with the grace and confidence of an adult. She wore a dress with a bow on her back. She was so beautiful. Fuck. It was the beginning of the end, and we were breaking out the champagne.
Nikki,
Sorry. I'm having a freaking nostalgic up here. Well, I can't hear that sound anymore. It's gone. I'm gonna look around again, and then I'm going to bed.
Careful.
We are going to find the truth. I don't like this. Oh, interesting. Oh, I don't like this. I really don't like this. It won't let me open my map.
Irving?
Merry Christmas, Nikki! Ho, ho, ho! It's a little late for holiday greetings, but I expected that.
What?
Well, I thought you were calling to... Hey, is everything okay?
Yes. I mean, I don't think so. No.
What happened?
I think I sleepwalked.
Like in the old Laurel and Hardy movies?
I'm serious. I woke up in church, standing in front of the lectern.
Wow. Does that happen a lot?
No.
One doesn't just become a sleepwalker from one day to the next.
It used to happen when I lived here. One time in February, I ended up outside.
But no parent leaves the doors unlocked if their kid sleepwalks.
I never told anyone.
Sleepwalking episodes are common in children.
That's not the point. I forgot all about it. Then I come back here and it happens again. If I ended up in that church, maybe there's a reason.
Sometimes following your instinct is the best thing.
Yeah, I'll do that. Oh, Irving?
Yeah?
I like that you call me Nikki. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Nikki.
Do I smell a romance brewing? Doesn't mean I have to go back to the frickin' church. Why'd I have to come all the way back up here? Just for my shit? Absolutely not.
Hi.
I was thinking, there really could be a repressed reason as to why you ended up there.
So you've come to the conclusion that I'm not crazy?
Never thought that. Well, at least not in this case.
Oh, fuck off.
Hey, language, Sister Nicole.
All right, all right. So, if I think about the church, I think about my mother. She often helped Reverend Foster. She decorated for holidays, did fundraising, and put up booths to involve the whole community in parish activities, you know, that kind of stuff.
I know what you mean.
I think she found gratification in doing that, something she didn't get elsewhere, including the hotel. When we moved to Portland, she quit.
Fundraising?
God.
I gather you didn't exactly have a high opinion of your mother when you were a kid.
Well, she was really busy with the hotel. I was always running after Leonard. He was much more fun than she was, no doubt about it. He was a philosopher capable of calculating the motion of celestial bodies while taking apart and refitting a motorcycle in less than half an hour.
What about her?
In the same half hour, she could have audited a business balance sheet. There you go.
Ah, a businesswoman.
No. What I understood later, living in such proximity to her, is that Mom loved feeling needed.
A religious community like ours makes you feel needed, without a doubt.
Suppose.
Although she just doesn't say bye or anything. She's like, yeah, talk to you later. Gonna still go to this church. Yeah, I went through this door. No, I didn't. Close that.
Nikki?
When there was a party, my mother always got out the usual streamers and decorations and stuff. She raced in and out of the church, but I never discovered where she kept all those things.
Never asked?
Oh, a million times. She didn't want to answer. She said they were in a safe place. A real mystery.
What kind of decorations could they have possibly been?
Nothing explosive. It's just that I had the bad habit of sneaking all over the place and forgetting what time it was. There was that huge lady, the assistant cook, Mrs. Bryce. She used to get so mad.
A judicious girl.
They promised to reveal the secret storeroom when I got older, but I must have forgotten.
History of the secret storeroom. Ooh, sounds good.
The riddle!
What are you talking about?
Leonard was never good at keeping secrets, but he taught me a riddle to get there.
Can you remember it?
Incredible. Yes. Oh, something like, down the stairs, watch your step, don't fall apart or it's your end, round a corner, turn around, there's your way in front of you. All that's closed can be open too if you see beyond its looks. But how can I remember it? How... it's... I...
Wow. Total mystery. Want to play?
No.
Yes, I need to think about it. I have no idea what it means. I'll call you if anything comes to mind.
We're so close. Am I supposed to go back?
Someone broke into the church. Some fucking screwed up camper.
Oh, your father left it open for mountain wanderers.
Damn sons of... Ugh. I'll have to clean up this mess before Jenkins shows up.
Keep an eye out. Normally, no one's around in this weather, but never know.
Ugh. Okay.
You practicing for the church choir now?
I know this tune.
The souls that come out of their graves. From the book of Revelation.
Can I ask you about your mysterious father, who you only sort of mention?
My father was nothing like Leonard.
Well, I don't know what happened between you, but if you want to talk about it,
I will. But not now. It's complicated.
Yeah, I get that. Believe me, I do.
Thanks.
I'm not vibing with the music at all whatsoever. Ugh.
You want to play the organ in church in the middle of the night? Really?
Hey, what are you doing there?
Dunno. I think you stayed on the line. Didn't notice.
I'm a Phantom of the Opera fan.
It's been years since anyone played it.
My mother's heart would break to see it like this. She adored it.
But you should take it with you. To play it. In Portland.
You're better off listening to a cat in heat than my scales.
Well, you can always pick it up again. Even if I don't think it's crucial. I mean, playing the organ.
Yeah, right. Tell that to my mom.
Essential part of a woman's education, I must admit.
Oh, poor Mom. She had a daughter that would rather dig for gold at Hunter's Gulch till the cows came home.
I can totally picture you.
Uh-huh. Then there was Rachel, who reminded me how useless I was in music. Look how good Rachel is. Look how she puts her mind to it. She doesn't know how to read, but she's got a real ear for it. While I was considered the illiterate artist in the house. If Rachel had been around, she would have improvised Beethoven's Ninth.
Was she so perfect?
Yes. I'm only just now realizing how jealous I was.
Keep looking.
Did we murder Rachel? Am I supposed to keep looking in here?
What'd you find?
The paintings of the saints. I was convinced Leonard had gotten rid of them.
Why?
He liked saying that it was more likely to find God in a supernova than in a church.
I don't see what he had in common with the Reverend Solomon Foster.
They mostly talked for long stretches, in between chess moves up in the attic.
United by pawns and bishops, but divided by the saints.
Divided by everything else, I'd say.
I wish this game gave just like a little bit more clarification. Hold on. Okay. Enter through the trapdoor and the closet of the apartment. Follow the path down. You should have a storage room. How did I know where to put my phone? Okay, exit the church, follow the path. At the end of the path, there is a set of stairs going up. Okay, yeah, I'm supposed to do this.
Oh, shit.
found the mystery decorations?
No. No decorations.
Is everything okay?
Found something.
What?
It's like someone built some kind of bedroom. Irving, you there?
Of course, yeah. What bedroom? Tell me what you see.
Okay. There's some windows drawn on the walls. Books. Sheet music. A pink bed. It's like a kid's room.
Hey.
This place doesn't make sense. No one would live down here.
Nikki, I think you should get out of there now.
Oh, wait. There's got to be an explanation.
Okay, that's it. Now I'm calling the head office in Billings. I'm telling them it's a code red emergency, so they'll have to...
Jesus Christ, Irving.
What?
This is all Rachel's stuff. Understand? It's her room, a replica.
You don't know that. You can't know what her room looked like.
Everything here reminds me of her. Let me look around. I'm sure I'll find an explanation.
But my other hand's on the red phone.
Keep it there, but don't make the call. I need to figure out what's going on here.
Did you get out of there?
You know by any chance if Rachel wore a retainer?
Maybe. There was an article saying they hadn't found it at the site of the suicide.
I remember. She always made a horrible noise when she clipped it onto her palate with her tongue.
What does Rachel's retainer have to do with anything?
I found a box. It could be hers.
Why should someone keep a 10-year-old retainer?
Maybe they're not just keeping it. Maybe they're using it. The box is empty.
No way. I can't...
Let me go on.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes.
We have to call someone. We have to get out of here right now.
No. I found a key. It's from my old music box. The one in Leonard's room.
I'm having a hard time following.
If everything in here is Rachel's, then why is my music box's key here?
I don't know, and I don't want to know. Tell you what I think? Someone could have been in your room.
Doesn't matter.
How can you be so calm?
If someone was in there, he's not here now. I need to grab the chance to figure out what the hell is going on, or went on, here. Yes.
Nicole, listen. I already know what you're gonna say, but please trust me. Get out of there.
Please, you're not helping.
You do realize you found the replica of a dead girl's bedroom. This is sick. This is
The more things get freaky, bizarre, and painful, the more I need to figure out why all of this...
We'll figure it out. With the sheriff. Once you're out of there, into a safe hotel room in town. Please, just...
Listen, a bunch of strange things happened since I got here. Think about it. Phone calls on a dead line. Old lipsticks that don't go bad. Leonard's notes where he says he saw a girl that's supposedly been dead for 10 years, and now this!
All good reasons to get out of there. We both agree that saving your skin is top priority, right?
I've looked over every inch of this place, and there's no one.
If it's true, you realize what that means?
What? What are you trying to tell me?
Your father... He spent years in there, in total solitude, with the weight of his family and Rachel on his conscience. He wasn't the kind of guy to just let the past slide with a shrug. You know that too.
I can't believe you said something like that.
Think about it. That room could be an act of love. Distorted, even morbid, but his eyes...
How dare you? My father might have had a lot of weaknesses, but surely what you're saying... Leave out that he cheated on my mom. Leave out that he fell in love with a 16-year-old. But fucking hell, don't you dare even think that. He would never have built a fucking underground shrine for a dead person.
Your father had changed in the end. You didn't spend time with him, but I met him, and I'm telling you.
No! I don't give a shit about what you have to say.
I just want you to know that...
If you don't want to help discover the truth, don't call me.
Oh, it's getting pretty loud and getting very intense. So I am so sorry that I am not talking. Okay, we have to go back to the bedroom.
Oh my god, it's behind you. Look out.
Hi.
Asshole. How dare you? You
Hi
don't know
there.
shit. You don't know fuck. Anyway,
Are you enjoying it
peace
so
and
far?
Quiet. It'll help me clear my head without those
Yeah.
incessant phone calls. Not a fucking switchboard, for
Oh,
fuck's
see, I
sake.
noticed your lack of talking, so I joined here to, lift your
Let me
spirits,
piece
and you're
things
still
together.
ignoring me.
Hold on. I
Just found
gotta
out
listen.
there's a room dedicated
Oh.
to Rachel Foster in my father's hotel. Maybe with items from her real room. Holy Jesus, that's freaky. Some people think she didn't commit suicide. Some even think she's still alive. Maybe if I think through my steps, I can work something out. First thing, the phone call. They said Rachel isn't dead. Then the lipstick from 10 years ago turns up, still good. And then my father's various notes where he says he still sees her. If that were true, it might explain the sighting by her friend here in the Timberline. And now I find her retainer box, no retainer. Room might not be a reconstruction. If Rachel didn't kill herself. Rachel lived here. But if she's still alive, why doesn't she tell her parents? Yes. All in cahoots. Suicide, no Timberline money. No. Just being paranoid. Then, there'd be no reason for her to live in a fucking underground replica of her room. My key in the middle of Rachel's stuff. But a message? Where do I fit in? You trying to tell me something, Dad?
My music box with the hockey player. I don't think I have the guts to hear that tune again.
The 27th of December, 1983. Hockey finals at Missoula. Us against Cold Springs High. We won by sudden death after a 3-hour game, and I got the medal for the most number of face-offs won. According to the papers, that was the night Rachel killed herself. Coming home, Mom barely had the time to pull into the garage, that I was already racing up to you, waving the medal in your face, Daddy. So... but other things... You and Mom started fighting. Voices getting louder. Long silence when she comes down the stairs with the suitcases and Mrs. Bryce tries to stop her. Mom's car stays here. We leave with my Uncle John's. Never found out what started that. Talk about. Irving.
Finally.
I'm okay.
I was dying on this chair.
You're right. That room freaked me out. So, I looked around the entire hotel, and if there's still a chance of getting to the bottom of this story, then it's gotta be behind the locked door on the last floor, in the attic.
That wing has been condemned.
I know, I'll be careful.
Okay.
There are too many things that I took for granted. It's as if someone is putting pieces of my past in front of me, to show them to me under another light.
Talking about Nikki.
Maybe it's my father. In my music box, I found the medal I won the night Rachel died. Dad could have put it there, and if he did, there must be a reason.
Sounds insane.
The night Rachel died. Maybe I have to start from there. I played in that really long hockey game. What was going on in the meantime? You remember that night, Irving?
I think I was at church with my family.
Church. That night we had a mass for the poor here. We held one every year. As usual, Mom volunteered to take me to the game, but she was so busy with the soup kitchen that I was afraid she was going to be late. I remember while she ran around, she said she ordered me to close the mezzanine.
Being the intermediate floor above the reception. In there.
Storeroom.
Have you been up there?
Oh, I'd forgotten all about it. I'd better take a look before moving on.
This game is intense, babe.
Sounds like it.
I'm almost done with it, though.
Good. You can hear it taking a toll on your heart.
It's rough, man. Oh, God. We're opening the door. We're doing it. Ugh.
Yes, that looks normal.
Irving? Hello? Can you hear me? I'm on the mezzanine, and it's a nightmare. There are mannequins everywhere. They're set up like in a scene. There's one with a hockey stick. Wait, what the fuck? It's my stick! If you're listening to me, whoever set up this representation, I think they want to tell me that Rachel was killed? But why my hockey stick? Hello? Hello? Oh god, why isn't he answering? Irving, I swear I'm not kidding. This is a huge deal. If you can hear me, it's time to make that phone call.
Where are you, Nicole?
It's about time. Did you hear my messages?
How many doors have you opened, Nicole? How many are still missing?
What? Are you drunk?
Keep going.
Hello? Hello, Irving.
That wasn't Irving.
Absolutely.
Babe.
All is coming from inside the house.
Click on the beginning of the hockey, exit the room, head to the top floor, then turn right. What do you think happened?
I think she killed her sister. Or Rachel. Or whoever Rachel is.
Do you think the girl I'm playing killed her? Okay, so it says
Yes.
head to the top floor and turn right at the top of the stairs. Turn right at the end of the hallway. Enter through the double doors on the left. Go through the only open door on the right side. Click on the radio. Oh, are you watching?
I am. Look, it's Cordell's house.
Hello?
I imagine you found my...
What does all this mean?
That's a question myself many. What does all this mean? How far do you want to push yourself? How much can you take?
What?
Every memory. Painstakingly gathered, every reconstructed piece, every little element retrieved from the dark. Photo. Hairband. Stick. Means remembering, Rachel. That's what all this means. I didn't choose this path. I had to do it.
Do, Irving.
These walls with memories. The memories get into the walls. Under the floorboards, they creep to the crawl spaces.
You're not with FEMA. You, Jenkins, you never talked to him. Boss, the phone call, all those weird events. We're behind all of them.
Someone had to bring the last memory puzzle in. The most important.
Me? I...
Your father wanted to keep you out of it. Convinced him that only you resolve the equation, Golden.
I don't understand.
How could you? Over the last few days, you got a little taste of what it means to dig around in the past, hunting for memories that scratch away behind it all in. He did it for years, day after day after day. Nothing against lies. I grew up around lies. And now it's time for the truth to come out. Finally.
What do you want to do now?
I want to tell you a story. There was an invisible boy. Like everyone, he wanted to run on the grass, ride a bike, and in the lake in summer. His father had other plans for his soul. In his dark world made of silence and prayer, there shone only one star. His wonderful sister. A heavenly creature that spent hours telling him fairy tales and she who told him what a free and strong man he would become one day.
Rachel?
She was like that. Free, strong. At the time, I didn't understand her dyslexia. Or what retard meant. That's what they called her at school. But I could hear her cry at night. I wanted to protect her. But I couldn't. One day, that beautiful, luminous creature met someone. A human being that saw her for real. Yes. And I was the invisible witness of what happened. A love. Simply a love. Nothing more, nothing less. That love, too much, and it would be punished. Who paid for this love, Nicole?
Rachel. Rachel was your sister. Now I remember you.
You were too caught up with your hatred for Rachel to notice the innocent bit that sometimes tagged along.
I didn't hate your sister. I was just jealous.
Doesn't matter. Those days are over.
Could I have forgotten you?
I was raised.
Irving, where are you right now?
Hey, my sister paid her life for her love. We make up the history of the Timberline.
Was a tragedy.
We all got frozen there, in that very moment. In that confined horizon of events. As you'll understand. As you've already begun to understand.
The first time in years I depended on someone.
To get to where I wasn't able to go. You will be the new witness. You owe it to us. And you owe it to her.
Well, that took a turn. Ugh. I have to go continue through the halls to a room that says private. god.
A few years have passed since I last used this old tape recorder. I think you were in elementary school. I imagine a testament should start in a poised manner. My dear Nicole, my favorite daughter, etc., etc. Poised, serious, revocable. I prefer asking you how you are. How are you, Nick? Probably tired. I can imagine. At this point of your journey, the marks and voices of this old hotel will have already whispered secrets. You've always been solving puzzles. This you surely resemble more your mother than me. Irving has always been convinced that you, only you, surmount the fear and suffering that exuded from these hallways. We tried, waited. We were terrified. We studied, listened to her. But all the love in the world wasn't enough to decipher those muted vowels, those wide open eyes. Years of... In your time and space, the here and now, I will no longer be with you. But it doesn't matter, trust me, it doesn't. I have a new theory, Nikki. Love is and remains. It is in the wood you stand, in the walls that keep up this hotel,
Are you
in the
talking
air
about...
we breathe. And sometimes it hates. It hates those who didn't allow it, those who cast it aside with indifference, those who can't recognize it. Stars still emanate their light, and after collapsing, right? Out of light here, there's light. Death. Free myself of all this darkness. See the stars. Tired of surviving in this limbo. So, how are you, Nikki? I'm good. I will be good. Figure out what Rachel is saying, Nikki. She's here.
Huh. Absolutely not.
Oh.
Leonard was a very special man.
They gonna get you.
His soul was big enough to love both and Rachel.
I knew father's soul better than anyone.
You were just a jealous.
Don't you dare try to make me feel guilty. You don't.
I just want you to get to the truth.
So why didn't you tell me about the truth?
Tell who? The Nicole who thought eating beans was the worst tragedy and couldn't wait to finish this business and run away, forgetting everything all over again?
You don't know anything about what my mother and I went through.
But you're different to when you got here. Now you can discover the truth. A truth that otherwise would have destroyed you. I didn't lie to you. I protected you.
I'm sorry about Rachel. I hated her, and I hated my father, but I never wanted it to end like that. I understand your pain. Maybe better than anyone. Betrayal, shame, death. My family was destroyed, just like yours. How much longer does this pain have to last?
It'll be over.
What else is there to know?
You want the truth. Well, I can't give it to you. I've already given you everything I could. Now you have to tie the pieces together.
What does that mean?
Your father always said we are the sum of the people we take. And you abandoned these people. Here, in this place.
Enough riddles, Irving. I'm tired.
Me, too. You're the only one who can give a finale to this story. It's time you open the last door.
No, it said exit the garage. You go through the door on the left. Left. Turn right, then turn right again and keep going straight. Oh, I think I've seen that. Yeah, turn right. Turn right. Keep going straight to the laundry room. Oh my. This has been quite the tale of events. Did it freeze again?
Did it freeze on you before?
Yeah. Alright, let's just go to the main menu real quick. This is literally the end. Like, we're right here. Continue. Let's dive back into it. Are you serious? I have to do the whole day over again?
Big yikes. Isn't that what Dusty said? Was that her game glitched, so she had to restart and she had to do the whole day all over again?
Big mad. I don't want to do it. I'm tired.
Irving.
Finally.
I'm okay.
I was dying on this chair.
You're right. That room freaked me out. So, I looked around the entire hotel, and if there's still a chance of getting to the bottom of this story, then it's gotta be behind the locked door on the last floor, in the attic.
That wing has been condemned for years.
I know, I'll be careful.
Okay.
There are too many things that I took for granted. It's as if someone is putting pieces of my past in front of me, to show them to me under another light.
Talking about Nikki.
Maybe it's my father. In my music box, I found the medal I won the night Rachel died. Dad could have put it there, and if he did, there must be a reason.
This is so sad.
The night Rachel died. Maybe I have to start from there. I played in that really long hockey game. What was going on in the meantime? You remember that night, Irving?
I think I was at church with my family.
Church. That night we had a mass for the poor here. We held one every year. As usual, Mom volunteered to take me to the game, but she was so busy with the soup kitchen that I was afraid she was going to be late. I remember while she ran around, she said she ordered me to close the mezzanine.
I mean the intermediate floor above the reception. What's in
You know what? No, I'm not doing it.
Have you been up?
I can't. I'm so tired. I will pick up on the last like 5-10 minutes of this, probably on Monday, and then we'll jump into something different. I know I'm right there, but I just can't listen to it again. I'm gonna have to do it on my free time and just like, I don't know. I've been streaming for 3 hours and 39 minutes, almost 3 hours and 40 minutes, so I am going to get off of here. Jeez. Let's see who's on Twitch. Let's see if any of my followed channel. No one is on. Let's see if anyone else is playing. There are.
Have you been? How many generator rooms have you been in while staying at a hotel? Tell me.
Okay.
I'm
I think we're gonna go with this one.
confidently say one on my behalf.
Let me finish.
Okay, everybody. We are going to raid. Raid is getting created. Thank you all so much for watching and dealing with that. I will save you guys a seat, and I'll see you next time. I'm gonna get off of here, and we're gonna go raid Just Kenna. Alrighty, much love, Raquel.
Hi, Raquel. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. So good to see you guys. Really quick, my name is Just Kenna, or Kenna for short. I play horror games poorly. I'm doing well, thank you. We